The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, welcome to Unbox, the podcast, the newest tech podcast that talks about the latest gadgets and tech to hit the Philippines. I'm Carlo, one of your hosts, and joining us today, my co-host, of course, si Paolo Montesillo.
I write tech for the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
And Alora.
Hi, I'm from TV5 for Christine.com.
Talagang promote, ha?
Of course!
And joining us this afternoon is Martin Bornilla, the owner of Widget City. So,
Hi guys.
Ang topic natin this afternoon is the iPad mini, which was released kailan ba? A few weeks ago by Apple, but it's not yet officially available in the Philippines.
Released in Green Hills.
Released in Green Hills
yeah,
and in online shops. So, Alora, baka pwede mo pakita sandali yung iPad mini. So, buksan mo naman para makita nila. So, in terms of specs, yung iPad mini has pretty much the same inside as an iPad 2. Pero yung main difference niya really is yung form factor. It sports 7.9-inch screen.
7.9.
Diba?
Yes.
It's much lighter, much thinner.
Just to give it perspective, here's the iPad 2, which is the similarly spec'd but a much larger version of it.
Diba? So kitang-kita yung difference. If I were to say actually kung ano yung main thing niya, no, it's actually, pwede mo na sabihin, the sexiest tablet ever made. Kasi balik tayo mo para mapakita nila yung likod. Pero maganda talaga no?
Diba?
Yeah.
Ang ganda naman eh. Yeah.
Wala ba tayong pencil dyan to,
What yours?
since it was
Ito,
compared to...
iPhone 5. Kung
Ayan.
compare it sa...
Ayan yung size ng iPhone 5. Pero we'll discuss the iPhone 5 later. Diba? So, yun. So, yan yung iPad mini. Wala pang date kung kailan siya lalabas here in the Philippines, but there are a lot of online shops already selling it here in the Philippines. So, yung main uses ng iPad mini, for me personally, it's really more for reading books. Kasi yun yung pinakabagay sa form factor niya, no? Tsaka yung mga pag nasa kama ka lang, gusto mo lang mag-Twitter tsaka Facebook. Ikaw, Alora, Paolo, what do you think? Ano yung mga main uses ng iPad mini? Tsaka,
ganun din eh. Because yung the bigger iPad, kahit na anong sabihin mo, after a while, it's really heavy pa rin eh. So if you're doing like that, di ba, pag patulog ka na, you're checking your Twitter and your Facebook, I mean, it's better pa rin. This is light kasi it's just 112 ba to? Grams? Oo. So there. How about you, Paolo?
Well, ako personally, I think it's more on the lines of what Carlos said earlier. It looks really sexy, diba? And siguro when you're out in the airport or standing in line somewhere or in Starbucks or everybody else, no one ever said, "Oh, what a cool Android tablet you have," diba? No one's gonna say that, diba? I mean, yeah.
syempre yung Android fan
I'm sorry.
Yes! It's never been...
No. I've tried Android, pero when I got my iPhone and I got my iPad, diba, it's really a different experience. And look at it. It's just I think it's a triumph of industrial design. Diba? Maybe, diba? As maybe Johnny Ive would say. Or something.
Ikaw, Martin, what do you think about the new iPad mini?
For the iPad mini, in a traveler's perspective, the size is just right. Pwede mo siya ilagay sa bag or sa carrying pouch mo lang. So you can you can check in the plane without worrying so much luggage or bulky things. Because a lot of us now, when we travel, we carry cameras, phones. We don't have any space anymore for a bigger tablet. So this is just right.
Okay. Pero just to pick up sa sinabi ni Alora, nangyari na ba sa inyo yung nanonood kayo ng video sa kama tapos nakatulog kayo biglang nahulog sa mukha?
Biglang yes! Yung antok na antok ka na.
So nanonood ka lang, diba? So siguro yung real question ngayon, sabihin natin if you're coming from an iPad 3 or an iPad 2, sulit ba upgrade or bumili ng iPad mini? Okay, what do you guys think? Alora, baka we can start with you.
Well, ako, mas okay kasi sa akin. I mean, I really use a device kasi for work. So I think I'm going to get the iPad 4 na lang instead of this one. Although it's really nice and all that, but then iPad 4 for me is better
because of the power.
The power, because that's what I need. I need more power for me to work because I always go out. I'm always mobile, on the go. So, really, for me, no question, yung isa.
Ikaw, Martin, what do you think? Would you recommend it for people who already have?
So far, I think people should think first kung ano yung primary usage nila ng paggamit ng
Exactly.
iPad. Because there are people who are more on watching movies and they want big screen. So it's not advisable for them to jump off in this size of tablet. But for travelers, businessman, kagaya sa'yo, so you need it in work, definitely it's worth the buy. So kung ako tatanungin, people should think first kung ano yung paggagamitan nila and their main purpose para ma-maximize nila yung pera na nilalabas nila.
Well, unless you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then you can buy everything.
Yeah.
Own everything.
Parang yung next guest natin, mamaya.
Yeah. Ay,
Our
nako,
next
next
guest.
guest.
Ikaw, Paolo.
Ako, yun nga, it's small, it's a nice form factor, but as a lot of stories about the device have come out are saying, it's really underpowered and the screen is a disappointment. Although personally, it looks okay, but maybe we want to wait for the iPad Mini 2 or whatever the next generation, whatever they're gonna call the next generation device.
Or the next iPad. Diba there's this...
Yeah, with the Retina display,
Yes.
like I think it's the same with ako personally, I'd rather wait for a MacBook Air with a Retina display rather than
Kasi
diba, invest in a new one.
263 pixels per inch lang eh.
Yeah.
Diba?
And diba, then there are other 7-inch tablets out there with better screens, better specs.
Ano tingin nyo dun sa ano? Di ba they changed the connector from the proprietary 30-pin connector, tapos ginawa nila lightning. So tingin niyo malaking bagay yon na they changed it? And may impact ba yon sa mga bibili nito?
Okay, ako initially probably since I have other devices that use the 30-pin, initially it's gonna be a hard time, but eventually people are gonna get used to it and all the other third-party
I'm sure the
accessories
other,
diba,
also
are gonna
would
come
use
out with it.
lightning connector.
Siguro. But if you're new to Apple devices, then it shouldn't really
Then it's
matter.
okay. Yeah.
Think about it.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so di ba Martin, this is already available in various online shops.
Yep.
Even sa Widget City.
Yes.
So Widget City, how is it doing?
Actually, we just announced the availability of iPad Mini last Saturday.
Yeah, and you started selling it November 7, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
Actually, by the time na nag-announce kami, on the first 2 days na announcement namin, there was already 120 units booked
Wow.
in just 3 days.
Sobra, in 3 days.
Sobra. So, before nung nag-launch yung Nexus 7, we sold 180 units in a week. I said, ang bilis ang lasang benta.
Oo.
But when this iPad came out, I agree with Apple guys that they say it will be the fastest selling tablet.
Kaya 3 days,
Has
120
it
units.
been the fastest selling tablet for you?
Yes, for 2 days selling a book of 120 units. And one thing I noticed with the sales, most of the people who are buying for this device,
Drop test.
they usually not just going to buy a single piece.
Mm-hmm.
They're buying 2-piece, 3-piece.
Kasi Pasko eh, no? Baka-
Maybe it's part of the season, but I think there's a lot of Apple fan out there who's very ready to shell out the money for just waiting for Apple to launch a new device. So it was really selling good.
Coming from what Sir Martin just said, ikaw ba Carlo, what do you think of the price?
Well, yung current price,
Which is how much is it
19.5
selling?
something, no?
Actually, last week we were selling 19 plus. And actually, last Monday, the very first day it was out in the Philippine
Yeah,
market, it was 21,000. The price is gonna go down, guys. So, baka siguro next week, it's going 18 plus na lang siya. Yeah.
Bad news for those
it's
who just
going,
bought.
Yeah. So, yung price niya, medyo mahal siya ngayon because many of the exporters from other country are hoarding the stocks.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the sellers don't have a choice but to buy only from the suppliers who have the stocks.
So paano yun? Instead na bumili sa Apple Store, may bumibili sa Apple Store tapos hinuhoard nila yun?
Hinuhoard.
Yes, actually, like example is from Hong Kong. So, before pa yan dumating sa Apple Store, may mga big players na nakaka-contact na that you reserve this number or take all ko na yan. Then, ibubuk na nila yan. So, by the time na andyan yung stocks, sila lang mayroong stocks. So, yung the big guys, the exporter ones, are already hoarding the goods and they're putting the price the way they want it.
Kaya siya tumataas.
Kaya siya tumataas.
That's interesting.
And for the first few days talaga ng release, first 3 or first 2 days, these goods are going to be more expensive because it's traveling by airplane. So, yun yung isa sa mga things na bakit tumataas yan.
Oo.
Pero just to answer the question on the price, no? Kasi obviously hindi ko to nakuha sa tamang presyo or sa presyo na lumabas siya in the market. Pero what's interesting lang, para sa akin sulit na siya eh. Kasi ewan ko kung nakwento ko sa inyo, just a few days ago may nakaaway ako sa 12th floor, sa office namin. Tapos pinapagalitan ako ng isang bossing. Tapos nung galit na siya, after 2 minutes niya akong pinapagalitan, nakita niya yung hawak ko yung iPad mini. Tapos sabi niya, "Uy, yan ba yung iPad mini? Patingin nga." Sulit na, di ba? Parang pwede na. So yung ginastos ko dyan, well worth it na. Nawala yung galit ng isang bossing dahil lang nakita niya yung iPad mini.
Pero what do you think will be next for that?
For the mini?
Yes.
What would you want to see in the
After.
next mini?
Wala ko. Kung tatanungin mo, better screen talaga. Kasi ako, I'm really...
Do you notice
ako
it?
napapansin ko eh. Kasi medyo
Of course,
spoiled yung mata ko eh.
if you come from a retina display,
Tsaka
Galaxy
siguro dahil yung
Note.
time spent ko lagi na ako ganun eh. No?
makikita mo talaga kasi yung difference eh.
What are you looking
But
at
then,
that close on the screen?
Ano, for kunwari, pag yung Twitter, pag maliit yung mga text, mapapansin mo talaga eh, pag maliit na nagpipixelize, pero
Yeah.
from afar, medyo makikita mo talaga, lalo na yung notifications,
But then,
napapansin mo siya eh.
there's this, diba, there's this rumor, just a few, I think yesterday, na a display maker, parang AUD, is making a display for the next iPad mini na 324 ppi daw. So that's a
higher than the
huge,
iPhone.
that's a huge jump, if ever, kung totoo, no? Because, there are a lot of rumors naman pagdating sa Apple, ang daming rumors, but that would be great sana.
Yeah. Pero ako, I agree with Paolo, in terms of design, I think, in all honesty, this is already the sexiest tablet ever made today. And talagang it beats all the other 7-inch tablets when it comes to the look. But maybe yun nga, yung what has to be fixed is yung the insides, diba?
Yeah.
Is there any plastic here? Or will you ever come in contact with plastic aside from probably the home screen?
Wala na yata. Kasi
Wala
yung
eh.
likod is
All of it is
brushed
aluminum.
aluminum eh.
Version,
Yeah, yun. So, yan yung iPad mini, di ba? Medyo sulit na. Pero, over Android tablets, what do you guys think? Sabihin natin compared to the Nexus 7, ano yung pros and cons? What would you recommend? Sino sa tingin ninyo yung bagay sa Nexus 7 at sino sa iPad mini?
Well, here in the Philippines, price-sensitive country kasi. For me, I don't know. Sa akin lang naman, price-sensitive country kasi Philippines. So, I think many people are also going for, will get the Google Nexus 7 because of the price alone. Is it $199?
In pesos,
That's
how
in
much is that?
pesos.
Actually, it's falling around 8,500. Yeah.
For the 8 gig model.
Yeah, for the 8 gig model.
Tapos
not
yung 16, that's
So, malaking
mga 19.
difference.
Oh,
Malaki difference.
malaki kasi yung difference eh. So kung medyo konti lang siguro, of course, I would get the Apple kaagad. If the price is not really a big, huge of an issue.
Pero why? Why would you say that? Why get an Apple over an Android if price wasn't an issue? I mean, of course, Android fans will always say that they can do more with their devices. It's not as restrictive.
I think it's the
diba?
ecosystem eh. Maganda yung ecosystem ng Apple eh.
It's the apps
And then,
talaga and all
yes,
that.
and for me, the OS, I'm sold kasi sa OS. It's, iOS 6 has a lot of problems. We know that. But then for
They
me,
fired
parang,
Scott Force, no?
parang ang smooth eh. Ang hirap niyang i-describe. But then when you get to use it, you would know how it feels.
Yeah.
Kung ano yung smoothness niya. That's
Yeah.
why I really came from ang main device ko before was really like an Android device, but then once I got an Apple device, wala
You got
na.
tame with the iOS
Oo,
now.
it's really because of the smoothness of the OS. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yun din actually, tama eh, no? Yung pag nandun ka sa Android tablet,
Oo.
yung mga apps usually nandun, puro phone apps lang na pinapalaki.
Yeah, those are stretched
Diba? So
out
that's
down.
one issue din. Diba? So anyway, so that pretty much wraps up our first segment on the iPad mini. To recap, no, it's literally the sexiest tablet in the world. Ano yung sabi mo? Triumph in industrial design. Diba? But there's still definitely some improvements that can be made.
Tune in next week for our drop test. No.
Huwag naman, diba?
Kinabahan si Carlo!
Kinabahan ako doon. So Martin, thank you for coming, and I hope more success widget
thank you.
system.
Thank you, Carlo. Thank you.
Paulo?
Thanks,
Thank you, Alvara.
Martin.
Okay, so for our next guest, so may switch na kayo. For our next guest,
Thank you,
for our next segment, we'll be talking about another Apple device. This one we know for sure will be coming here in the Philippines this month. There are a lot of rumors na.
For sure?
Hindi pa!
Do you have
Hindi pa yan sure ha.
Several sources say na this
Papatayin
month.
tayo ng
Several sources say na this month.
He is with TV5.
Quiet. Basta several sources say this month, high probability daw. We'll be talking about, of course, the iPhone 5. I'm sure you guys have seen yung mga ads by Smart and by Globe. They've been doing teaser ads already. Of course, medyo subtle. Di ba nga si...
Subtle.
Well, medyo. May mansanas. Tapos si
Medyo.
Ann Curtis, bite into the better
the
network.
better network.
Diba? So for this segment of the show, we have with us, of course, a very recognizable face. Diba? Si Yves Gonzalez from MMDA. But also, hindi nila, actually alam na nila eh. Yves is actually also an app developer.
Yes.
He's a very talagang Apple fanboy at heart. Pag makita niyo yung office niya, promise sa MMDA, mukha siyang gadget shop.
Pati sa bahay din.
Pati sa bahay, I'm sure. Diba? So,
And he really rose to fame during, well, aside from his childhood years.
Yes.
During the 2010
The elections.
election campaign season, he was a Pico's Machine Twitter account.
pero alam mo mga question bago tayo pwede mag-showbiz tayo sandali. Bago tayo mag-iPhone 5. Ang
Yes,
balita
Kuya
ko,
Boy.
nag-showbiz ka dati Totoo ba yun?
Dati pa yun. I mean, dati pang information yun.
Oh, pero hindi ko alam ano yun.
Common knowledge, yeah.
Ano siya, teenager years? Or?
Yeah, 1998, 99, I was with Viva, TGIS.
Oh.
Kay
Should
Ann
check my
Curtis,
Facebook.
diba?
Okay. Wala kang plano mag-comeback?
Tingnan natin. Kasi magbabalik na yung TGIS eh. Wala ka na ng daddy roles doon.
Okay, so game. So pag-usapan na natin yung iPhone 5. So we actually have si Yves has a unit. I also have one here. So this is the white one.
The black one.
Ayan yung black. So makikita ninyo it's much thinner. It's much lighter. Maganda tingnan, di ba?
Compared to the
Two-tone.
4S.
Compare ito yung 4S, tabi natin
Yeah.
sila. So yun yung dalawa.
Sa
No?
akin
Naka-case. So makita ninyo talaga yung main difference is the longer screen. It has a faster processor, yung A6, di ba, chip, which is much faster even according to benchmarks. In fact, if you based on benchmarks, it's much faster than a lot of Android phones, di ba,
Yes.
Laura? So in terms of that, other than that, mas mabilis siya. Yung battery life, more or less
Battery life is the same.
the same, no?
Yeah.
So siguro yung one of the best ways to kick this off is, no? Ako, I've had the iPhone 5 for over a month. So siguro before me, siguro si Yves, I know you've had it for a while. So baka pwede mo
Matagal na
ikwento kung ano yung mga experiences mo with it for the last month compared to the 4S. Ano yung mga best things about it, ano yung mga hindi mo nagustuhan. So baka we can start with that.
Yeah. So the first thing that you really notice is the thinness of it. The thinness of it is really very nice, especially when you don't use a case. Talagang you'll always hold it in your hand and get a good experience na parang ang nipis naman ito, ang nipis naman ito. So that's the first thing. So yung thinness comes the lightness of it na you'll never realize how heavy your old iPhone 4S was until you hold this and then parang you'll realize na ang bigat pala nung 4S. And then of course, the taller screen. The taller screen really makes a big difference. That's just more than superficial thinness and lightness. The taller screen actually allows you to have more of your device, diba? So I'm sure you know from your Android device na bigger, more screen space gives you more to enjoy, diba? When you're viewing Twitter, instead of 3 rows, 4 rows, meron ka ng 5 or 6 rows, diba? When you're reading an article, when you're reading text, you have more to consume because mas malaki yung screen. And it's that small thing na, let's say on when you're reading an article, that small thing compounds it. After a while, instead of you had to flip na agad, because of the bigger screen, you're able to enjoy your device more and save some time na rin while you're at it. Kasi instead of
Brown na.
I disappeared.
Okay.
so ayun. Other than that, the lightning connector, it's nice the fact that you don't need to check kung anong direction.
Solid side
So
reverse,
it's a lot of people are complaining na, oh my god, I already have these speakers, they already have all of these. But we have to go forward. We have to move forward. And that's a good thing with the lightning connector. It really shows you the way forward. Kasi nga, that simple thing na hindi mo na kailangang hindi mo kailangan i-check what the direction of the point is. Like you said, pwede kang, it also eliminates yung nasa scratch yung device mo.
Oo, dito sa...
Diba? When your connector is not reversible, there's the first time you insert it, it's always wrong. Diba?
Correct.
With the lightning connector, it's always right na.
Nangyari yun dito sa Galaxy Note 2 ko eh. Kung titingnan niyo maraming scratch. Siyempre hindi maka-zoom in pero maraming scratch sa side no? Dahil sa kakasaksak ng micro USB in the wrong side. Pero just to pick up on the accessories discussion, no? Ako kasi I have yung mga docks sa bahay. Pero hindi ko naman talaga ginagamit yung docking feature kasi I usually connect via USB.
Is wireless.
Bluetooth,
Diba?
yeah.
Kasi in all
Yeah.
honesty, it's a phone eh. You need it eh. When somebody texts, you'll
You
pick it
don't
up.
want to
Yes.
leave it
Diba?
there.
So pag i-pick up mo, madi-disconnect, sayang. So I think hindi naman talaga actually ganun kalaking issue yung
At least for
that one.
accessories.
For accessories.
Or for the price of a kidney, you can buy the adapter. The adapters are 29, 30 na mamahal eh.
Oo nga.
So you can, if you are the type who will really leave your phone there, you can always buy the adapter.
For the price
But
of a
like you
kidney.
said, most of the stuff we do now, we're in the future already eh. So we have Bluetooth, we have AirPlay. So it will affect some people, especially those who invested in. They say kasi there's a lot of people who invested na in a lot of docks or in a lot of speaker systems.
Suckers.
And I would say na those who invested in a lot of speaker systems can probably invest
Afford,
again
correct.
in their newer speaker system kasi a lot of speaker systems nga sila eh.
Correct.
Oh, kung puro Bose yung nasa bahay mo.
No.
Eh kayo, Alora, Paulo, what do you
Ako,
think?
my concern is, I'm an iPhone 4S user. Is it worth it to upgrade?
Yeah,
I mean,
kasi
although I
4S
know
din
asking
kasi
you,
ako
you're gonna say yes.
No,
I'm
but
an Apple fan.
for the regular user, I would say kung naka 4S ka now, don't upgrade first. You really want to wait for the 5S. Kumbaga, there's a reason why the 2-year cycle na they come out with a new form factor and then they improve on it, and the new form factor then they improve on it. It's also because of the way that we're tied up to our plans, diba?
Correct.
So our plans are all 2-year plans. So I would really for a normal user, that's your mom, your normal working person. Kasi tayo techie, iba yung sa atin. We have to
Kailangan
buy.
bilhin eh.
We have to buy.
There's no choice eh.
Yeah, so we're not the
You dream
we're not
about
the
it.
regular.
It gives you nightmares. Oh my God! iPhone.
We want to have it
Hindi
now.
ka talaga cool pag wala ka eh, no?
Naka-bookmark na yung website eh.
Yeah, but for normal everyday users, kung naka 4 ka ngayon, that's
Pwede.
the best time, go to a 5. But if naka 4S ka naman, it's not that big of a difference that you might end up with a little bit of regret. Although there are gonna be some differences, but you might say na, kasi you'll probably have to shell out the full amount, di ba? As compared to pag naka-retention ka, or di ba, pag naka-plan ka, i-extend mo na lang yung plan mo.
Actually, yung best scenario eh. Pag retention lang. Diba?
Yeah.
So every 2 years ka lang. So maganda nga kung, well, if you're the type na you got a 4 from your network, and then you're probably gonna be able to get a 5 now from your network. If you got the 4S from your network, you'll probably won't be able to get the 5 now. You have to wait for the 5S.
So,
Or the C.
one of the biggest things no about the 5, well in the US was yung LTE connectivity, and it was really hyped up in the US. Here in the Philippines, do you guys think it's a big lalo na considering the pricing and yung coverage natin for now hindi pa ganun kalawak, ano sa tingin niyo yung magiging malaking factor ba na LTE compatible ang iPhone 5?
Not yet. At least for me, it's not yet. Because
Yeah.
how much ba? Parang restricting masyado yung price for
And they
normal.
It's not
They
even
haven't-
available yet for
they haven't
for
released-
normal
Yeah,
call
for
and text.
phones.
Meron
Yes.
lang yung
Yes.
yung dongle tsaka yung pocket wifi eh.
Oo.
And,
The coverage area, kasi sabihin nilang Makati or Fort Bonifacio, ganito. Certain spots pa rin ang meron eh. Like for example, I've tried the LTE
Doon
and
lang
then
sa
meron
third
sa
table.
Seattle.
Sa
Meron
third
sa
table,
Seattle.
itong restaurant na to.
But then
merong
sa may
LTE.
NBC banda, basta may spot doon na hindi mo makukuha yung 4G internet. So, connection, I mean. So, parang, sa ngayon, hindi pa siya malawak. So, I think, let's wait for it to medyo mature ng konti. And then, I think it will, and of course, as time goes, di ba, it will lower, the price will lower down.
Although it would be interesting how the two telcos, when they come out with the iPhone 5, if they will be offering an
The
LTE
LTE
package.
package.
That's something that's a big question mark right now. Kasi nga, both telcos naman are claiming to have LTE, di ba? Or both have LTE. It's just a matter of, wala pa silang LTE plan for a phone, di ba? Right now, it's for tablets, for dongles, for Wi-Fi hotspots. So, it's interesting. But, yun nga, like Alora said, I think next year would be when it would ripen. Right now, it's really early adopters like us pa lang who would appreciate it more. Diba?
Kasi but I think malapit na yan na mag-o-offer sila ng mga phones. Kasi for example, yung sa Huawei device na launch yesterday, may mga
Already
phones
has
na. And then
LTE.
Huawei people said that they have already given, may isa doon, yung P1 na LTE version will go to Smart, although not exclusive to. And P1 is for Globe, and the D1 is for Smart.
LTE compatible
LTE
handsets.
But is it-
compatible handsets.
I think
And they're just fixing the software and stuff, yung mga idiosyncrasies.
But for are
Wala rin
there
naman.
applications that we need LTE speeds for yet? I mean, if press releases are to be believed, siguro by this time next year, 3G will be really ubiquitous in Metro Manila. And you get 1 or 2 Mbps, that's fine for most applications. I mean, that's fine for video streaming, that's fine for downloading apps or whatever. Siguro for us, that we work with these things we need really high speed connectivity. Pero if you're just a normal user, if you're just gonna go on Facebook, I think 3G is fine.
Depends on the developers and the telcos. Kasi in Japan, the network really came out with several apps. Pwede kang mag-HD stream.
Oo.
The networks also, sabihin natin TV5, malay mo, will offer soon. Diba? Yung mga ganong klaseng things. So, abangan na lang natin yung mga. But anyway, we're out of time. Shucks, mabilis lang pala ang 30
Wala na.
minutes.
30 minutes?
Parang
Bilis na.
mabilis nun Tama ang ating producer. Dapat yata ginawa natin 45 minutes. Okay. But anyway, we'd like to thank everybody for watching our first ep. We're still finalizing all the details and we'll definitely announce kung kailan to magiging mas regular and magiging live. I would like to thank Martin, ang co-host ko si Alora, si Paolo, and of course si Eves. And Beyond the Box, Juan Rockwell, New Media Factory, nmfnetwork.tv. So again, thank you everybody for joining us and I hope you guys enjoyed our first or episode 0. Kasi wala pa nga tayo OBB.
Pilot, it's your
Okay,
pilot.
pilot episode. Thanks everyone. And
Thank you.
good
Bye
afternoon.
guys,
Bye.
thanks.
Ang bilis.